It's a new European format, but it's the same old fog European review show. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Time to talk about the Champions League, considering that was the only competition on this week. No Europa League, no Conference League, no Diddy teams, just Europe's best 36 teams, well, 35 teams minus Slovan Bratislava, who weren't very good, let's be honest.
They weren't very good. I think there was a few other teams that weren't very good, but we're going to break it down, react to it, and also look at the fact, was there less upsets than usual?
Because you just took a Celtic dig.
I think there was a lot of less upsets than usual. Would you agree with that?
Well, there was, but there's more teams in it, a lower quality of teams in it, and for me, I think you're going to get this. That all this league's going to do is show the difference between the top teams in Europe and the bottom teams in Europe. It's not making things more competitive. It's definitely not.
Yeah, no, it's not. But
see what you want. Let's say Young Boys, for example, right? See, under the old format, they could hope for a favourable group and try and sneak third place.
Yep.
Or maybe if they got a very favourable group, maybe try and sneak second. See now, right? There's no drop off into the Europa League. The small teams, they essentially have no chance. It is what it is. I believe this new format is to keep the big clubs happy. You think about it, right? Say, the big clubs, I think now, it's practically impossible. We look at Manchester United last year finishing fourth, and they were shite, right? And rightfully, they deserved to finish fourth. And I think they had an easy enough group.
Yeah.
Fenerbahce and Copenhagen. Obviously, Bayern Munich, and that's, can't do much about that. But, I thought, but you see this new format, even the rubbish teams, even the top teams, even if Man City got off to a poor start, lose their first two games, they're still going to recover and do enough to finish in the top 24, you would believe, considering they're saying you only need 8 points.
Yeah, oh aye.
So it's like, I think this is just to give the big teams a chance of being there.
Yeah.
I worst case scenario, like see teams like Man City and Real Madrid, I think the worst case scenario for them is they somehow have a bad enough campaign to finish outside the top 8 and they have to do a playoff. But see in terms of us seeing shocks, see in terms of us seeing a pot 1 seeded team fall outside the top 2 and not qualify for the next round, or us seeing a pot 4 team somehow managing to push above their weight and qualify and get into the top, I think those days are gone.
No, I would say they're gone too. It depends, right? Because Celtic got a pretty favourable draw.
Yeah, but again, another thing, right? I believe it isn't. Am I right in saying it's the 24th team against the 9th team and so on?
I don't know how it works.
I think they are doing that, right? But even if you're a small team, right? Say if you pushed above your weight, if you overachieved in the last tournament and you finished third, you dropped into the Europa League. So you're actually dropping into the next round of another competition and you are prolonging your stay in Europe. See now, see if you're a small team and you somehow get into fourth, you're not really prolonging you're not really staying in it longer. You're just having to go into a qualifying round, essentially a playoff round. You're going to get beat anyway because the likelihood is you're going to come up against a top team that didn't finish in the top 8. I don't like it, man.
Nah,
I don't like. I mean, it's fun to try new things, but see in terms of a competitiveness, for me, they've ruined the underdog, the chance of like an underdog getting into the next round, and I think they've made it so that the top clubs find it virtually, all right, it will be impossible for a top club not to finish in the top 24. It's not happening.
Yeah.
See your Bayern Munich, your Cities, or your Real Madrid, there's no way that they can finish outside the top 24 now, and I think that's the reason they've done it.
Unless there is a mammoth collapse. But yeah, you're right.
They've done this to please the top teams, and they've made more competitions more places available, and they've made more spaces available for qualifying for the next round. So yeah, the top teams are going nowhere. They'll be in Europe for a lot longer now, and the smaller teams, yeah, Europe might last longer in terms of games, and they might stay in Europe longer in terms of the calendar year. But let's make no mistake about it, the Diddy teams are simply there just to make up numbers.
Anyway,
speaking of Diddy teams, let's talk about Young Boys.
Yes, they get scudded 3-0. I predicted 3-1, so not really.
Hey, I mean, it's a good win, fast and fella. First time in the European Cup, the proper Champions League, the top flight for, I believe, I want to say almost 40 years.
Yeah.
Maybe more than 40 years. Either way, I was expecting them to win. They're a good Premiership side. They're another side that I think, once again, will be there or thereabouts. Do I think they'll repeat what they did last season and finish 4th in the Premiership? I don't, but I still think they'll be in the European places come the end of the season. And you know what? For me, they are too good not to be in the top 24.
I agree.
There's more chance of them being in the top 8 than being outside the top 24.
I would agree with that.
Oh, 100%. They'll be there.
Absolutely. Bayern Munich won 9-2, which is big because they sit top of the table. Massive win. And it was 3-2 at one stage. What happened?
Don't know. The Bayern Munich just, they pummeled them. Is what it is.
Is that Bayern Munich being great, or is it Dynamo being mince?
I think it's a bit of both, but you know what? They certainly stole Celtic's thunder because Celtic could have been top of this Champions League format.
Which is absolutely insane. Liverpool beat Milan.
Milan
had some Diddy man on Sky Sports trying to say that Milan are a Diddy club, which I'm just not fucking buying.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if you want to say that they're not the giants they used to be. It's one thing if you want to say the Serie A is not as competitive. And if you want to say the Serie A teams aren't among the best teams in terms of quality anymore in Europe, then that is absolutely fine.
I would say Inter Milan are great. I know it's AC Milan we're talking about.
Yeah, but if you want to make that argument, I'm okay with that. But to say that AC Milan's a Diddy club,
which is pretty much what you got.
That is just someone that has got zero fucking football knowledge. AC Milan's a bigger club than Liverpool.
And there you have it. Oh, Liverpool. But you look at these 6 games here, not one upset for me.
No, not one upset. I mean,
Sporting Lille's.
I'd say they're evenly matched.
But the red card says
Sporting are at home and Lille were down to 10 men. So,
and I think you would expect Liverpool to beat Milan, but not massive.
No, but I mean, you got to, like we said, Liverpool are a better side than AC Milan at the moment. That is what it is.
Yep, and now you go into Wednesday, and I feel like it's very much the same.
Bologna 0, Shakhtar 0, Sparta Prague 0, Red Bull Salzburg 0.
Well, 3-0, mate.
Sparta 3-0. I don't think that's an upset. I think it's just even. I think that's a 50-50.
Yes.
So, Club Brugge 0, Dortmund 3 again. What you expect there? Celtic 5, Slovan Bratislava 1. Some people would say that's an upset, but we all know it ain't. Right, let's talk about this game. You were depressed on Wednesday night. I think it was just too much for you. We did the match review, we did the player ratings, then we did the fans react video, and I think when you add that up, it was like about an hour and 20 minutes talking about Celtic pulling off a 5-1 win in Europe's biggest competition, a history-making result night for Celtic, adding more money to their already impressive bank account, getting the gap between Celtic and Rangers even bigger, and I think it was just too much for you to take.
It was.
And do you feel better on Friday?
It's a brand new day.
Brand new day.
Yeah, it was a great win, right? But when we look at it, and we look at how Celtic have been playing, and we knew this team get beat 5-0 in their own league, might have been the cup, whatever. Are we truly surprised that Celtic have won 5-1? Can we honestly sit here and pretend that, we even said in the match preview that, we'd expect most teams from Scotland this year in Europe to beat Slovan Bratislava. It's a great win. See, at the end of the day, you've got to beat what's in front of you. That's what Celtic have done. And here, it's still in the Champions League. It may be a lesser European team that they've beat, but it's still got the Champions League music. It's match day 1. They've never won before on match day 1. It's a great win. It's a great start. But, you can even hear... See when Brendan Rodgers jokes, he's like, let's end it now, we'll play Bayern Munich. That's because he knows it's about to be turned up to, gas mark 7. Because they're taking on some serious teams very soon, alright? But here, still a great win, but that's why I didn't give Rodgers a 10. It's why a lot of the player ratings, a lot of players got higher ratings. Scales got 9, Engels got a 9, I believe, from us. But, you need to see them do it against the European elite, not against the team that scraped into the table at the European elite. You get my point?
Aye, I mean, I get your point, but you can only beat who's in front of you, and Celtic did something they've never done before. Celtic's opening fixtures on Champions Leagues were terrible. 12 games played, 2 draws, 10 defeats. That's shocking. So therefore, I think you can't look at this anything other than from a positive mindset because...
Oh yeah, there's not, it's positive, absolutely. But, that's the sort of team that Celtic would have played yesteryear, like in the second qualifying round, and
what I will say is,
they would have beat them 5-1 in that.
I seen a few people say that this team would have demolished your club, aka Rangers. I'm going to disagree with that, man. I think Slovan Bratislava, I said before the game that they're like a mid-table side, and I stand by that. As bad as Hearts are right now, I still think Hearts, when they're decent, I'd expect Hearts to beat Slovan. I think Aberdeen would beat Slovan. I believe there was a stat going around that the Slovan starting 11 had less value than the Hibernian starting 11. So I think that shows you where Slovan Bratislava are in Scottish football. They're not a team that only Celtic could beat. So we need to. That narrative's wrong. All right,
Yes.
that's not true.
Yo, do I think Celtic are the only team in our league that would have beaten them 5-1? Probably. I just don't think Rangers have got a 5-1 in them.
No, here's a good result. And yeah, if Celtic beat most teams in Scottish Premiership 5-1, I'd say that's a good result.
Yeah.
If Celtic beat any of the big clubs like Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen 5-1, it's good. I think if Celtic beat a Kilmarnock, St Mirren, Motherwell, whatever, 5-1, that's a really good result. We're not taking that away from them. But this is not, people are making it like Slovan would win the Scottish Premiership outside of Celtic, and I'm not seeing that.
Of course they would.
I'm seeing a team that would finish mid-table, maybe top six, maybe bottom six. Don't know. It's hard to say. We haven't seen them in the Scottish Premiership, but let's not pretend like they would demolish every other team. I've seen a lot of people say that they would destroy Rangers, and I don't see that whatsoever.
No.
But here, great win for Celtic, fantastic. Good for the coefficient as well. We'll talk a little bit about the coefficient later on because it has changed, and from what I've seen, the way it's been updated, I'm not entirely sure the updated changes are correct, but I have seen the changes officially, what you get allocated on UEFA's official website, and it's completely changed up, so we will talk about that towards the end of this video, but let's move on. Man City 0, Inter Milan 0. This game cost my bet. I had a Man City win, and they were the only team that let my accumulator down. I never normally bet Man City, but I thought, you know what, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and, well, I was wrong.
The shaft at you, 0-0, good result for Inter. I mean, I think at the end of the game, you've got Barkabi, or whatever how to pronounce his name, like, I asking for Haaland's shirt. I don't know. See the whole shirt swapping thing. This isn't a rival, right? City Inter's not a rival. The atmosphere was dead. Peter Schmeichel was making fun of how bad the atmosphere was.
Oh, wait.
No, see when you actually compare it, right?
No, wait,
see when you actually compare the atmosphere between Celtic and City, and people try and pretend that fucking City are a. I actually can't stand Man City. They're not a real fucking football club. I hate them.
It's funny, like, because you see a lot of people walk around wearing City tops, didn't they know they existed 25 years ago?
Yeah. No,
20 years ago?
I do. I actually, part of me does feel a bit sorry for City fans that have supported them all their life.
Yeah, it must be hard being a loyal City fan, right? And you've had to go through years and years of shite where it must be what you feel right now as a Rangers fan.
Yeah.
Where your rivals are just so much more dominant. And then, like, as soon as your club gets success, it's almost like you're being tarred with this brush as a glory hunter, and like you're having to share the success of your club with all these new incoming fans that simply just want to support the most successful club. That'd be shite.
No, it would be shite, but that's football at the end of the day.
Because we might see say a guy in his 50s, whatever, walking past wearing a Man City shirt, would be like, glory hunting bastard. For all we know, though, that guy could have been around for the shite years, but
yeah, it's just how football goes. Like, there would have been more Aberdeen and Dundee United fans in the 80s than there is now.
Put it this way, right? I'd never, ever, ever, ever seen a Man City shirt in real life up until they had that takeover and started winning the league titles. I'd seen the odd one on TV. I think I seen one of the Gallagher brothers wear one.
But yeah, that's different.
I know that is different. I think that's the only person I've ever seen. No, wait, there was somebody else. There was another, like, pundit or something. Who's that famous guy that supports Man City? He's like a pundit. Or he's maybe not a pundit, like, but he's something to do with football.
I don't have a Scooby Snap.
Anyway, somebody.
Big Steve?
No, he's a boxer. Supports Manchester City. Not Ricky Hatton.
He's a boxer for Manchester?
It might be for Manchester.
I don't know.
Anyway, who is it?
Tony Bell supports Everton, so it's not him.
Joe Calzaghe. Who is it, man? There's a boxer that supports Man City.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, no, but you talk for 30 seconds, I'm going to find out who it is.
Yes, because we're champing at the bit to find out who this is. But yeah, in terms of the shirt swapping thing in football, I mean, it happens at every level, I guess, but I don't like it. I like the feeling of football. You've just went to war with your opponents.
Ricky Hatton.
Ricky Hatton.
Did I not say Ricky Hatton?
You said something. I think you did you?
Ricky. For some reason I thought you said Ricky Hatton. So that's only two. That's only two Man City shots I ever seen outside of actually watching Man City growing up. Ricky Hatton and the guy for Oasis.
Right, so 0-0 in that game. PSG beat Girona 1-0. Awful mistake from the goalkeeper. I don't even know if Bojan Miovski got on.
Apparently life's not going very well for Bojan Miovski at Girona.
What's happening?
Apparently nothing. That's why it's not going well.
Fuck all. Was he on the bench?
Was it too big a step for him? I think you could make a case maybe it was. I think it's a big step going from... But then again here, Lewis Ferguson made it and it worked for him.
Yo, I don't think it's too big a step.
He's probably not just been given a chance yet. It's going to take time.
If he went from starting for Aberdeen to starting for Girona, I would say it's too big of a step.
Yeah, he's probably... I don't know how low he is doing in the pecking order, but I don't think Bojan Miovski was expecting to go from Aberdeen's main man to Girona's main man.
No.
That's not going to happen. So people are saying, oh, he's sitting on the bench. Well, you know what? Give him a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure as the season goes, the longer the season goes, he'll get more chances, they'll rotate more, and then we'll see what he can do. But, I mean, right now, if you were expecting him to go in, become the main man, and be the number one guy up front, then I think you were cuckoo. I'm pretty sure when Lewis Ferguson went to Bologna, he had to, earn his way into the team.
Yeah, obviously Girona's a wee bit up more the pecking order than Bologna. But...
Plus, let's be honest, most teams play with one striker up front now. If you're a midfielder, it's easier to get into the starting 11 than it is if you're a striker.
Yeah.
Because if you're a striker, there's only really one spot to aim for.
Right, moving into Thursday's action, which is weird. And I think there's a few upsets in here, but... right, so Benfica beat Red Star Belgrade. Leverkusen beat Feyenoord 4-0. Atlanta drew with Arsenal. Did you see David Raya's save? That was a world-class save. I've ever seen one. The penalty, double save.
Unfortunately, I didn't see it.
You know what? See David Raya. I think he is better than Ramsdale, right? Because he does make some great-ass saves, but he has a lot of mistakes as well. Arteta is weird. I don't know. It's like, was there really a need to... Raya appears to be better than Ramsdale, so maybe I'm just completely contradicting myself, but it's weird how Arteta just brought Raya in and froze up Ramsdale at the team. It came out of nowhere.
Initially,
I think it's paid off.
Initially, I thought he brought him in because he's better at the ball at his feet, and that's pretty much all these new coaches care about now.
Yep.
For me as a goalkeeper, I would sacrifice the ability to play for the back. Let's be honest. I think any goalkeeper should be able to play a fucking pass. So, but I would sacrifice the ability to play it from the back slightly for a guy that's good at shot stopping.
Yes.
Now it's turning out that David Raya is actually a pretty good shot stopper as well. Even though I don't think he was convincing when he first came in. Could he be better than Ramsdale? I mean, possibly. But for me, the priority is a good goalkeeper, someone that can stop. I know that's why Joe Hart initially got kicked out of City because Guardiola wasn't happy.
Yep.
With his lack of ball playing ability or whatever. But I mean, for me, who cares if you're good? The goalkeeper's job is to save balls, and that's what it is.
Celtic have to go to away to Atalanta.
Yeah, same with defenders. I mean, a lot of time, you need a ball playing defend. I mean, give me someone that can actually defend first.
Yeah.
Then once I get someone that can defend, you can try and teach them new tactics and try and teach them to play it for the back. But for me, a goalkeeper's main... And strikers, hold up. For me, really, the midfield guy, he should be the guy that can do all that stuff, right? A goalkeeper, you want to save the ball. A defender, you want to be able to defend. And a striker, you want to be able to score. If they can do that well, then you can try and teach them other things.
I'll tell you what, right? I watched a bit of this game.
How many times do we see like coaches maybe have the man up top that they like because they think he does all the other things well, but he's just not good at scoring?
No, I know. But I think
I think that's what's holding Arsenal back. We don't have a great goal scorer.
I would say this is probably the first time in Arsenal's history in a bunch of years that they're in the debate for having the two best centre-backs in the world, for the best centre-back partnership in the world. I think Saliba and Gabriel are the best in the Premier League. And I think if you're best in the Premier League in 2024, you're automatically...
got a good chance of being the best in the world.
Yeah, I think they are. But you're right, they lack someone going forward. But Celtic have to go to Atlanta. I don't think this bodes well, because I think Atlanta should have won. Doesn't mean Celtic can't win, obviously, but Atlanta's a good team.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Celtic go on against a good team.
Yeah.
I don't think this current Celtic team will get destroyed. Doesn't mean I think they'll win. But I think they'll put up a better showing that we've seen in recent years.
Right, Atletico beat Leipzig 2-1. I mean, not much really upset there. Monaco beat Barca 2-1. Barca did go down to 10 men 9 minutes in, so...
I mean, that's probably the only real upset we've seen so far.
But
again, red card.
And then Brest against Storm Grass, which does not look like a fucking... Abdullah Sima scored the winner.
Good for him.
Yep, good for him.
I mean, people criticising him, saying he made the wrong move.
Why is everyone going back to fucking Bury Rangers, man?
I actually was impressed with Sima. I thought he was someone that Rangers should have tried to keep a hold of, but I guess
No money.
Yeah, I mean, is that what... are Celtic the only team that can really spend?
Yeah, but the difference is Brest probably only signed them because they got the Champions League money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Rangers pretty much refused them before they got the Champions League money.
Yeah, because they couldn't afford them.
Yeah, could they not take a gamble that they were going to get it? No, but remember that year the Rangers got it, and when you expected Gio, here they're going to make a load of signings now. Didn't bring in anybody.
Failed to prepare to fail. Anyway, let's look at that league table, big man. I tell you what, nosebleeds, because this... somebody said Celtic wouldn't get any higher than 16th. I'll go out on a limb and say they won't get any higher than 2nd.
No, this will be as high as Celtic get. Big question is now, can they maintain their spot in the top 8? I'm going to say no, but for me, from what I've seen for Celtic, they will definitely be in the playoffs, definitely. And I think their running, their schedule kind of, helps that, because I do believe they got a rather easy schedule. The first thing I'm noticing here is we have 3 German teams in the top 5, which is good for the Bundesliga.
Good for the Bundesliga. 2 English teams in the top 8. Sparta Prague up there. Juventus are in there. And then we've got Real Madrid. We've got Sporting, Benfica, Atletico, Brest, Monaco, PSG. Then it's teams by a point. You've got Arsenal, Atalanta, Bologna, Inter, City, and Shakhtar. So when you break it down, Arsenal drawing away is a much better draw than City at home drawn to Inter. But you'd still expect those two to be right up there. And then down at the bottom, we have got Dynamo, Feyenoord, and Bratislava. So, I mean, I'll go out on a limb. I think Bratislava will not pick up a point. I think they'll get scudded in every game.
Yeah, that very well could happen.
If Celtic can put 5 past them, they play Bayern and City, I fear for them. You could argue they might just park the bus against those two, while Celtic, I don't think they parked the bus against Celtic. I think they tried to go toe-to-toe and quickly realised we can't go toe-to-toe.
Not a good idea, is it?
No, not a good idea. There's your group table, and then let's go into the coefficient. And for whatever reason, a win is worth 8 points.
Right.
You're the coefficient man, you explain.
Alright, so there's been a new format change for this year's Champions League and for the European competitions in general. Now, the reason why Celtic have earned 8 coefficient points after one game is because it's counting in the minimum coefficient points that they can possibly earn. Now, what I mean by minimum coefficient points is they've now added in coefficient points for your finishing position in the league table. And the minimum you can get is 6 in the Champions League. So if you fail to qualify, if you fail to get into the top 24, you can get 6 coefficient points. That's what you get. You're guaranteed that. So Celtic are now guaranteed 8 points because they've won a match. They get 2 points for that. Plus, if they did finish in the bottom 8, they would get an extra 6 points. So that's the minimum Celtic can get. That's why they've got 8 coefficient points. You get a lot more points for finishing, like let's say last in the Champions League, than you do for finishing near the top of the Europa League and the Conference League. So they've really made a difference with the Champions League. The Champions League is really now how you earn coefficient points. And honestly, it's going to be... Scotland going forward are now going to be relying on Celtic more than, let's say, Rangers. We've seen Rangers outscore Celtic coefficiently over the years, but that's not going to happen now because the points that you earn in the Champions League are just worth so much more than the Europa League. So if you win the 36-team group, you get, I believe, 12. So, I mean, not a massive gap, to be honest, from first to last.
I actually like that, though. The Champions League, you should get more bang for your buck, man. That's where you should be getting your coefficient points.
Right, well, here, I will run through them now. So if here we go. If you win the Champions League group stage, which is first place, you get 12 coefficient points. Win the Europa League, you get 6. Win the Conference League, you get 4. Finishing second in the Champions League gets you 11.750. second in the Europa League gets you 5.750, and second in the Europa Conference League gets you 3.75. Now let's go down to ninth, since that's the first team that would miss out on automatic qualification for the next round. In the Champions League, you get 10 points, whereas in the Europa League you get 4 points for ninth, and in the Conference League you get 2 points for ninth. So you can see a big, massive difference here. And then at the bottom, if you finish last, if you finish 36th in the Champions League, you get 6 full points. But if you finish last in the Europa and the Conference, you get nothing. In fact, to get points in the Europa and the Conference, you need to finish a minimum 24th. And the difference in points here is huge. 24th in the Champions League gets you 6.25 coefficient points. Finishing 24th in the Europa League gets you 0.25, almost not worth having. And in the Conference League, finishing 24th gets you 0.125. So you can see that the gulf here is absolutely massive, and the difference is like we've never seen before.
Yeah, and I like it. I like that, man, because yeah, it obviously takes more to get into the Champions League, so and Europa League compared to Conference League. So this is the way it should be for me. It will be a wee bit messy trying to figure out how it works in the end, but I welcome that. It actually means that Slovan, Bratislava, teams like that, lesser teams, there's actually going to be a bigger reward, not just financially, but actually helping their nation massively for getting into it.
Also, what it does mean is we can see bigger jumps in the coefficients. Normally, you'd maybe have to work years to improve your coefficient. We could see massive jumps, which could be a positive, but could also be a negative. For example, Scotland are falling down. I believe we're currently 17th. If Celtic have a really good Champions League season, we could find ourselves back in the top 10.
Yep, just due to how high it is.
But at the same time, if teams around us have really good seasons and they've got one team in the Champions League and our team that's in the Champions League, or when next year we might have no team in the Champions League, we could see ourselves fall massively down.
The problem is, see the teams have already got 4 or 5 in it. How the fuck do they lose points?
Well, they're not. It's all about they're just going to be at the top.
You need something like Russia to happen where they just get removed.
Yeah, for me,
that's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. So that's how the coefficients work there. Celtic will get a minimum of 8, but then you've also got to factor in the other teams around us. If they've got a team in the Champions League, they're going to get a minimum of 6.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And and it also means that every single possession matters. So, it does make a difference whether you finish, let's say 9th or whether you finish 24th, especially for a coefficient perspective.
Absolutely, guys. Anyway, that is it for the European Review Show. There'll be one next week, because it's Europa nights. Not quite Conference League. It's the second Diddy competition. Alright, guys. Yeah, Europa League. But you know what? We'll be here to cover it. Rangers, Tottenham, United, and anyone else in it for Britain? No, that's about it. Hearts didn't quite make the cut, didn't they?
No, not quite good enough.
Not quite good enough, guys. But we'll be here for it. Rangers, Malmo, all that good stuff. Peace.